I'm a critical care nurse practitioner, and today we're going to talk about vaginal probiotics, what actually work, what doesn't, and why does Lactin V get so much attention in medical research. Honestly, not all probiotics are created equally, and for vaginal health, the details really matter for your health outcomes. Now you may ask why vaginal probiotics are different. Let's start here. Most people think probiotics are interchangeable, and to be honest, they're not. Your vaginal microbiome is incredibly specific. A healthy vagina is usually dominated by lactobacillus species, especially Lactobacillus crispus. These bacteria maintain a low vaginal pH, prevent harmful bacteria from overgrowing, reduce the risk of BV, yeast, and recurrent UTIs, and support recovery after antibiotics or antifungals. When these protective bacteria are depleted or eliminated, symptoms actually look like burning, discharge, odor, recurrent UTIs that are not actually presenting with infections. And this is where targeted vaginal probiotics really come in. Now you may ask, what makes Lactin V different? And Lactin V is one of those studied vaginal probiotics we have. Unlike many of the over-the-counter products, it uses a specific strain of Lactobacillus crispus. It is designed for your vaginal delivery and not just guesswork. And the best part, it has been studied in randomized controlled trials. It showed a reduction in reoccurrence of bacterial vaginosis, and it helped restore a protective lactobacillus dominant microbiome. And I think this last part is truly key, because success isn't just symptom relief, it's actually changing the microbiome environment. Now, why strains specifically matter? Here's something that labels don't actually tell you often. Lactobacillus is a big family, so not all strains colonize the vagina. And in fact, many die before they even reach their target strain specificity. And that determines whether the bacteria can actually survive in vaginal conditions, if it even can adhere to vaginal tissue. It can crowd out pathogens. The Lactin V was built around that exact concept, which is why clinicians place so much attention to it. So the problem with many over-the-counter vaginal probiotics is that this isn't about fear, it's about transparency. Many products don't have specificity in the strands that they're utilizing. They don't confirm live cultures at expiration, and they aren't independently tested. They use oral strains marketed for vaginal health, which leads to frustrations when patients come to me and they're like, I've tried vaginal probiotics and honestly, they didn't work, they didn't do anything. And often it wasn't the concept, it was the quality of the product they were actually using. So I always advocate for third-party testing, and I think it's really non-negotiable. And it matters a lot. Third-party testing confirms that the probiotic contains what the label is actually claiming, what they're actually marketing. The bacteria are alive at expiration, there is no contamination, and they have correct colony-forming units. That's what CFU stands for. Without testing, you're relying on marketing and not science. So anyone with recurrent bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections after using antibiotics, post-UTI vaginal symptoms, chemical cystitis like irritation, so using unverified products can actually delay healing. So how vaginal probiotics fit into care? Probiotics aren't magic, but they are a foundational tool. They work best after antibiotics or antifungals, alongside vaginal estrogen when it's appropriate and your clinician thinks it's safe, with a pH-safe hygienic products, with antibiotic stewardship, so ideally with testing that shows your microbiome and what it actually looks like. So really my final thoughts here are vaginal health isn't about suppressing your symptoms, it's about restoring balance. Products like Lactin V help shift the conversation from why does this keep coming back? Why is this happening to me? To how do we rebuild, protect, and restore long term? If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe for more microbiome focused education, share it with a friend, a family, or someone that you know who has been suffering with recurrent vaginal or urinary symptoms.